What's up, guys? Butterrose and Friends here, and today we're going to be talking about the Elite controller. So this is only part one of the review because obviously I don't have an Elite controller. I'm making this video on October 25th. So the Elite controller comes out in less than 2 days. Comes out on the 27th with Halo. No, I won't be getting Halo. Not till Christmas, probably. But anyway, the Elite controller. I've heard a lot of good things, a lot of bad things about it. A bunch of people have been reviewing it, including IGN, and I've been reading every single review that comes up. So, basically, the general thing everyone is saying is, the Elite controller is a good controller. It's a lot more sturdier. It weighs more. It weighs more by exactly 3 ounces. It's got grips on it so that you don't drop it. It's got tons of interchangeable items on it, like the thumbsticks, the D-pad, everything. And then on top of that, you have all the profiles you can set. So you can make exactly 250 profiles. And then there's a switch. If you haven't seen a picture of the Elite controller, I'll try to put one up right here. There's a switch that has 2 profiles. You switch between 1 and 2, and you can load 2 of those 250 profiles on there. Also, game developers have made specific profiles just for the Elite controller to be played with the games. An example would be Halo. The creators of Halo, Microsoft, has made they made a profile for Halo the campaign, Halo, and then in different modes, like Halo and SWAT, Halo and Slayer, stuff like that. So that's for that. Also, but I've been hearing but that's not the full story. You've probably heard about all the interchangeables, how you can plug it into your Xbox One or connect it to it. You can name it, you can tweak everything. Everything is tweakable. But if you've actually read the comments, which very few people actually do anymore, then you would see that there is a major discussion about all this. And a lot of people are thinking that that it's not worth it. That Microsoft is just making a quick cash grab, and that we should have got this kind of thing with the original controller. And I don't think this is true, because Microsoft is allowed to sell a premium controller if they want to sell a premium controller. If they want to sell something that's way better than the current controller, then they're allowed to do that because they're a major company. So I'm going to be switching over. This is going to be a relatively short video, probably less than 10 minutes. I'm going to be switching over to screen recorder. I want to show you a few of the 2 longest replies, matter of fact, that actually caught my eye about the Elite controller. There's also other stuff about how some guys said that back in his day he could get a console and a game and 2 controllers for $150, and so they were arguing about that too. There's a few people who are actually arguing about the Elite controller and about PlayStation. So you guys can read it for yourself, but I'll be reading it for you. So I'm switching over to screen recorder as soon as it gets to 40. Alright guys, so I'm here on the screen recorder, and yeah, so let's go check this out. Ooh, they updated it. Kotaku, that's what I was reading. So as you can see, all this stuff that you probably heard about, and I'll be showing off. I'll be showing off that stuff. So, one of the major things I wanted to point out is what this guy is saying, Cash McCloud. There's no reason to flip out. People are saying the Elite controller is an outrageous price, but you think about it, okay? The Elite controller costs $150. A scuff controller that you don't design, and you send in a controller, and you put, let's say you put 4 paddles on it and electronic remapping, right? And then you get all the grips and all that. It's gonna be around $200-$300. If you get a new controller that's been painted and everything, it might be upwards of $500 sometimes. Alright, so we're gonna show more replies so we can look at the stuff I want you guys to see. They're also arguing about the Vita. So let's see what the first guys say. This guy says, from Optanium Prime IB. Know who that guy is. But anyway, he says, I don't get your point. For one, I was comparing it to the Vita price, and in my book, a full console can't even be compared to a stupid controller, no matter how good it may be in terms of payoff for the investment. So are you trying to excuse its overpriced with it being such a niche? I don't know how to pronounce that word, niche or niche or premium item, because that word being premium does allow it to be more expensive than normal or what it needs to be, but this is 3 times the cost of a normal controller for little R&D, more, and what, $10 to $20 in actual hardware is worth sans profit. I'm being generous when I say $20 more. This is an attempt to see just how much some people will pay. It's both a cash grab and a study. If it doesn't sell well, lower the price until the sweet spot is found. If it does, overprice controllers and make the premium versions a recurrent product line, taking something out of the base models like a bit of quality or features to give further incentive for people to buy the overpriced versions. AKA it's the Xbox XBL BS cash grab all over again. And people with more dollars than working neutrons eat it up again. Now, Sony at least got burned hard for that Vita BS. And to clarify, so Sony released the Vita, right? After that, and then people wanted to go buy a memory card. The memory cards were sometimes more expensive than Vitas. People didn't like that, and they did get burned really hard. And then also they had this like PSP scandal or something. Those memory card prices are ridiculous, and as if the console needed any nails in its coffin, because it's not like were already tons of things going against. One might say that it was not the number one reason Vita is in the place it is. Sony was so scared of piracy due to the PSP incident that it ended up going nuclear against it on Vita, and not only shooting itself in the foot, but more like allegedly cutting both legs off in one swift katana slash. But will MS suffer in the same way and be forced to at least lower the price of the controller to a reasonable point? Keep your hopes up, folks, because I sure as hell am doubtful when so many mentally challenged people abound. Wow, tough. Alright, so this is the other reply to that guy. Um, wait, no, it's the same guy actually. Don't get me started. Bad words, Sony tards. Always do the same cash grab BS with memory cards and all outlets. Bad word products. I'm surprised their smartphones don't use proprietary cards. But then again, we all know why they don't, or why the PS4 makes it so easy to swap HDD/SSD. It will be a long time before we see a new handheld from Sony, if we ever see a new one. Here's hoping they've learned something from the past and present. I'm sure they will fail in some other new and retarded way. Anyway, so rest in peace, Nintendo's handheld competition. Besides carrying around controller to link with mobile being sunk with those sad games and retro. Long live the Zelda Bros machine. Then there's one more, I think. Your idea of not wanting to pay $150 for a customizable controller is entirely your decision, but to consider people who would purchase what you feel is an outrageously priced item is simply petty and ignorant. Do you pay a higher price for Cheerios over store brand simply because you know and trust the name and the fact it will help lower your cholesterol and what I would assume your high blood pressure? I believe you feel you were burned in some way and now feel it necessary to tell us how it is, or just want to be a troll and feel omnipotent. I'm not about to defend the gaming industry as I am nowhere near being educated enough to be on their level, but I do feel Microsoft is justified in selling whatever product they feel appropriate at whatever price they feel will sell. Will I buy the controller? Probably not. I don't play video games enough to even need a second controller. But as cool as that word and more functional, that word straight it is. High horses make lonesome riders. Sorry, I'm not saying bad words. I have a thing. And then they have that. And I think that's how it is. That's it. So, yeah. This is the first part of the Elite controller. The second part is when I'll be getting the controller on October 27th and doing a straight up review. So it is on Tuesday, so I have to do it after school. And that means the second part of the video will probably not be up till the 27th. Will not be up till the 28th, probably. So, what do I think of the Elite controller? I think it's a good buy. I think if you don't want to hash out $200+ for Scuff or an Evil controller or anything like that, and you want to get something well known that's, you know, if it's going to fail, you can contact Microsoft or you can take it back to the store and not have to send it back and might not ever get another controller again. Because if my Elite controller craps out on me, I'm just going to take it back to Best Buy. Get another one. Yeah, it's called a warranty. If it craps out on you, then you take it back. Anyway, if it craps out on me, I'm gonna take it back. Probably get another one. If that one craps out, I'll do the same thing. But from what it sounds like, these things are built pretty well. So, I mean, what do I think? I think that I'm going to get one. And that I'm not going to be a professional gamer, but I'm going to find it useful when I'm playing Titanfall, or eventually Halo 5, or any first-person shooter game. Maybe even if I'm playing Metal Gear Solid, I might even find a use for it when I'm playing Metal Gear Solid. Because technically, that is a shooter. So, you know. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the 27th to post another video. And if you guys want, I can play Metal Gear Solid for you guys. Figure out how to record it. So all you gotta do is go on Twitch.